Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Seminar. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So, I don't know if you all heard about the Supreme Court in Ireland making a rule, like, supposedly protecting women from trans people, like no more using bathroom together and all that. So this masked man actually was I mean, if I saw the video online, a majority of the people that were very, very happy were actually white women. They were really very happy about it, like at least at last that they got a bathroom for themselves, that they won't have to share it with all those people and all that. So the same man, because I went to his page, he has already deleted the video, but I'll leave that. So the same man was also talking about how, like, that the Democrat Party has always been fascist. And I am like, just like the GOPs. I was like, where I under like, I don't care about politics. So I care about politics, but most times I don't care about party. One thing I know is that if your party got good policy for people that look like me, it's a good to go. Your policy determines what people are voting for, right? So saying that Democrats have always been fascist when the fascist is right now on the throne and they are not saying anything. This is the problem with white people, because sometimes when you look at the way they analyze politics or the way they lie, sometimes I am like, why do they keep lying when it comes to some certain things? There are some things you do not have to lie. Say it the way it is instead of blaming Democrats at this point in time. Let's get into
So today, I believe it's the Supreme Court in Ireland made a ruling that supposedly protected women from trans people. Right? Right? And it's a bullshit fucking ruling, but whatever. And all the women that were out there celebrating and cheering were white. Then you have this jackass who is so important, and he's such a left-wing anarchist that he is actively cheering for what the fuck is going on here in America. The examples be given, the examples just out themselves. I ain't gotta say shit. I don't have to find these fucking people. They find me. The fight for human rights is being held up by motherfuckers like this. The fight for human rights is being held up by motherfuckers like this. Fucking suburban anarchist here. And he'll tell you, I had a hard life. Motherfucker, fuck you. Unless your ass was locked up at 11 years, or had handcuffs put on you at 11 years old for a crime you and your brother did not fucking commit, I don't want to hear shit. Unless you had the back of your fucking skull cracked open at 13 because a 90-year-old woman thought she was breaking into fucking cars, you got called the N-word several goddamn times, I don't want to hear a motherfucking thing you have to say. I don't. The fight for human rights is always going to be held up by people like this. Those women that stood out in front of that goddamn Supreme Court today, cheering for protections for women, they're full of shit. They're full of shit. And it always comes down to their comfort. Just like this jackass. It comes down to his comfort. Look at me. I'm a left-wing anarchist. Please give me attention. I am sick of you fucking people. Utterly sick. Why do we have to keep carrying around y'all goddamn fragile ego? Why? Why is it that women I swear to God, I think it was Ireland. Women in Ireland over here cheering for protections for women in bathrooms, but not protections for women all over the goddamn world. Why? Because white feminism will inevitably end up being, it's all about me. We see a lot of this shit. A lot of it. But these are the same motherfuckers that want black folks to stand out in front of them. Operation Hide Behind the Darkies all the goddamn time. This fuck has the nerve to be using a video from Dr. Martin Luther King. Because of course they do. Of course they do. Somebody tell me the difference between him and a MAGA supporter, please. Don't worry, I'll wait. What's the difference? What the fuck is the difference? See, for them, it's performance. Always performance. The women that stood out in front of that goddamn Supreme Court, all them goddamn white women, it's a performance for them. Now, while they didn't save themselves in the bathroom, what the fuck happens to all the other women who have to suffer on the planet? I guess that feminism doesn't stretch far enough because they felt icky about having a trans woman in the goddamn bathroom with them. Nothing else. Nothing else. No other human rights fucking thing going on. Period. End of goddamn discussion. But heaven forbid they're inconvenienced. Heaven forbid motherfuckers like this are inconvenienced. Now it's, I don't care if it all burns down. Bitch, do you not understand how many people who cannot fight for themselves, how many people who can't afford these nice little pink fucking bandanas on their fucking face have to live in this goddamn system? And rather than burning it the fuck down, maybe some of them just want it improved so that they can live a normal motherfucking life. Did it ever occur to any of you motherfuckers? This is my fucking frustration. This, in one picture, in one fucking picture. Because while the right-wingers are being as racist as they fucking want to, because, you know, Orange Oompa Loompa Cheeto Man, I gotta deal with shit like this. And while I'm dealing with these assholes who want to be the center of fucking attention, a Supreme Court on the planet took the time to center the feelings of white women so they can go to the bathroom, which mirrors the shit that is going on here. And y'all wonder why people are backing off and letting whatever happens happen. Some of y'all are never going to get the fucking hint. You're just not. You're going to be like this idiot. I perform because I wear a mask. Your revolution starts with a camera, motherfucker, not a punch in the mouth. Not going someplace and disrupting some shit, because heaven forbid your mom and dad might have to pay bail to get you out of jail. Fucking dumbasses, man.
Voting blue is not fighting the oligarchy. You are voting for fascists. The United States has always been fascist. Its closest allies, Saudi Arabia, Russia, Israel, El Salvador. Like, you are supporting fascism globally, right? Voting blue is not harm reduction, because the same harm is happening either way. And I'm tired as fuck of having to explain this and argue this and show all the evidence for this when it's blatantly fucking clear when you understand what fascism is. Yeah, one side's more outright into fascism and one side's handing them the reins while acting like they're fighting them. Like, hello? I can explain all day about how to actually fight it, but what it takes first is educating people that there is a problem. Both of your parties are part of the problem. One's not the solution to the other. They're both part of the problem. And we have to recognize that. Because the solutions are easy. Sharing money, sharing land, banding together, training each other and educating each other in armed resistance. Right? Standing up to the fascists. Together. As a unified people. Organizing our workplaces to take back from the government and from the corporations and hold them, right? Cutting the rich out of our economic use, right? Banding little economies of our own and sharing what the fuck we have. Like, the solutions are so easy, so fucking easy that, like, I shouldn't have to explain that. This should be common sense, right? That's how you fight back, right? Boycott, protest, organize. That's how we fight back. But getting people to realize that, hey, the system as a whole is the problem, it's a little harder. I love it when big content creators try and come for me, because the video you stitched is me just speaking education. There's no error in that video. But you didn't like the fact that I wear a mask. Even though when we can look through history and see the United States systematically killing and oppressing leftists for speaking what the fuck I'm saying. But I don't understand how me making a video about anarchy and its prevalence in the civil movements up till now has anything to do with Jill Stein unless you see the United States as a democracy and not a fascist oligarchy that it is. Because the United States has always been fascist. There's never been a point in United States history where its two parties have been anything other than fascist. We can go through all the different lists of points of fascism and find that both of your parties are on that spectrum. You're given the illusion of choice, lied to constantly that it's a fucking democracy. Meanwhile, the people actually doing the work to change things are the ones fighting the state. The ones standing up to the state, leading protests, giving speeches against the state. That's what I do. That's what the fuck I do. Y'all liberals are stuck in this right-wing echo chamber where you think voting for Mussolini is somehow better than voting for Mustache Man. They're both fascists. You won't catch me dead talking about voting for Democrats while they're still fascist. The Democrats are the paid opposition to the Republicans, paid by the same corporations, pretending to fight the oligarchy while supporting the damn same thing. And it's like, y'all can't see past the blatant showmanship. The Democrats are the paid opposition to the Republicans. Like, yeah, the Republicans are obviously worse. They're more outspoken. Yeah, it's bad. But the Democrats are the ones fighting the left from the quote-unquote left. They're not on the left. They've never been on the left. But their entire job is to drag motherfuckers to the right. To not deliver on their promises so people give up on them. They are grifters through and through, following the corporation's playbook to help the further right stay relevant. If they actually delivered on their promises, they'd be way more popular. But guess what? That's not profitable. And guess what? Your far-right echo chamber does not teach you jack shit about leftism. Jack shit about my ideology. Jack shit about the ideology that spurred the civil, the women's, the workers' rights movement. If all you see is a Stein supporter and you want to cry for 7 minutes about me wearing a fucking mask and you're ignoring the entire premise of my fucking video because you want to cry about some white boy on the internet going against the Democratic Party, like, you missed the whole fucking plot. All that shows is you don't understand my ideology, Stein's ideology, or any ideology outside of your own. Leftists have systematically been censored all over the United States for hundreds of years, propagandized against by both parties for hundreds of years. This is nothing new, right? But while we're at it, for everyone else, let's get into why I wear this mask. Because the liberal and conservative fascists have hundreds of years of history of killing people with my ideology to silence them, right? I also wear this because my OG did, rest in peace. You'd know nothing about that, I don't think. And third off, times are changing, right? I don't want my face to be used in AI to spit anything that I wouldn't fucking say. And going beyond that, it's the symbol of the rednecks. You know, the miners who fought the government in the Cold Wars for workers' rights. It's a long history of it. And finally, I don't want to be famous. I don't want to get sucked into that capitalized social bullshit where there are hundreds of minority faces who deserve to lead this fucking revolution over me. I'm just trying to educate people about it. I'm trying to make sure there's less casualties in the revolution because more people are on the right fucking side of it. I am just a poor white guy spending all his time and money helping the homeless, spending all my fucking energy educating people when they don't want to fucking learn shit. When they make a 7-minute video about some bullshit, when don't even touch on the topic and decide to say, oh, I kind of agree with it. Come on.
This is all I got from this video, and sincerely speaking, these people are still lost. It looks like they don't even understand what is going on. Like, how is this man trying to teach Bishop Thomas history? Because Bishop Thomas eventually, dropped a comment for him, telling him, and yet I have literally never heard of you. What kind of education can you be doing if all I see is another Sten supporter? That is what it is. The fact that I don't know, like, I just do not understand how these people think that they are smart politically with their kind of mindset and with the things they say. How did they wake up? How did they wake up to think that they are smart? Because there ain't anything smart about what they talk, what they say, and how they say it. Man, I think the problem with them is that they really do. I don't know how they got, but see, being educated got nothing about being informed politically, right? You must actually not go to college. I mean, high school already is much more than enough for you to know what is going on politically. And being able to educate yourself politically is your problem, not anybody's problem. Because I cannot educate myself and also educate other people and then open the book or open the politics and put it in your brain for you to understand. No, it's not possible. And the video Bishop Thomas was talking about, he actually deleted it because that he gassed up. Because there is never a time that they come out to talk about something when it comes to politics and they talk something really important. They don't talk anything important because they know that they don't have anything good to talk about, or they don't have anything sensible and tangible to talk about. And not until they start being sensible, because how are you looking for revolution, or how are you trying to change their, the politics, and you are working with this kind of people? These are not the kind of mindset you need to work with. We need to work with vibrant mindset. We need to work with people that understand how this politics work, because majority of them are so ignorant that they do not understand, and they make it look like they understand. Thank God for English language, because majority of them, the only thing they have is the fact that they can express themselves in English, or he can express himself in English. Aside from that, there is nothing tangible coming out from his brain. But I am going to rest my case. He is a white boy, and the white boys are never, they are never wrong. Bye for now.